Well, hello and welcome to Hardy Party of 5.5, Rebecca.
Welcome.
We are back again.
We are.
We are. And Rebecca, do you know what this is?
It looks to be a banana.
This is a banana.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like doing with bananas?
Eating them.
Eating them?
Yeah.
They're fun to peel.
Yes, they're fun to peel.
They're fun to pretend that it's the old school phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about throwing out a first pitch for a baseball game with a banana?
I've never thought about that. I've thought about throwing a banana at a person, but probably not. Probably not on a baseball field.
Hold on, we need to peel this. We need to peel this statement a little bit and get to the heart of this. Who have you wanted to throw a banana at?
We should talk about this off air.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I tend to be the more aggressive one in the house, and so I threw something last night at someone who was across the table.
Yeah, we were having game night for a birthday.
I threw a domino at someone.
Yeah, you did throw a domino.
So bananas are not.
But they were throwing burritos at you.
They were not real ones.
Not real burritos.
Yeah. So every once in a while, I just grab the closest thing and throw it. So I probably have thought about that.
Okay, you've thought about it being a first pitch though?
No.
Okay.
Never thought about that before.
No. Well, there is a baseball team called the Savannah Bananas.
Yes.
They're all over ESPN right now. ESPN Plus has a documentary going. They also showed a lot of their games, the summer games, and it's called Banana Ball.
Banana Ball.
Wild. Ain't not to it! Crazy. Partying. Doing things that should never happen on a baseball field. An absolute circus. We have one singular mission: to change the game. It's the greatest show in sports. Bananaland, exclusively on ESPN Plus.
And we were just watching earlier today. We were watching like the first pitch and all that. Well, for the first pitch at Bananaland for Banana Ball, Jesse, who's the owner of the team and also kind of the MC of the whole day.
Yeah.
He has a golden banana. He throws it on the ground. This kid is blindfolded. He's got to get on all fours to find the banana, and the crowd's helping by they yell, they scream for him when he's getting close, going the right way, and when he's getting cold, they boo. So then he finally finds the banana.
Yep.
And then from the pitcher's mound, he flings the banana.
Still blindfolded?
No, he takes the blindfold off.
Okay.
So that's kind of a good trick pitch. We need to talk to Matt about that.
He might could throw it like the wrong direction. Like they should make him guess which way.
Which one? Yeah, like cheer for which way is home.
Yeah.
And then he flings it. He threw a strike.
All right.
But that gives you an idea about Banana Ball.
Banana Ball, yes.
And we are big baseball fans.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, we're big Banana Ball fans.
It is so fun to watch. It really is. Get you a big bucket of popcorn and turn this on someday.
And maybe some bananas.
Yes, you will not be disappointed. Today, we have one of the pitchers from Banana Ball on our podcast. His name is Matt Wolf. His wonderful wife, Megan, is also with him because she's a softball player and she's been on the mound for the Bananas.
That's right.
And you don't want to miss it. So make sure you watch some Banana Ball, but enjoy this interview with Matt and Megan Wolf.
I promise it's going to be bananas.
So Matt and Megan Wolf, we are so excited to have you on Hardy Party 5.5. You're from Bananaland, which we can't wait to hear all about. I'm a hairdresser, so I tell everybody that sits in my chair, have you seen the Banana Ball? Like, have you ever watched this? And my clients are always like, what in the heck are you talking about? Or they've watched it. I'm like, anytime you see Banana Ball on ESPN, click on it. You're never going to be disappointed. It's so hilarious. I love it so much. But we want to start at the beginning. Tell us how you guys met.
I mean, obviously Megan's the talker here, but I'll step in and try to tell the story. It's a long one. We met in college, just through mutual friends. It was actually different colleges, but Megan played softball at OCU. I played baseball down in East Central. I was a a 5th-year PE major at East Central, done playing baseball. And yeah, I was just going back and forth to OCU to see some friends I grew up with, and we just met that way, and we were always just friends, hung out. I probably stole her heart dancing. We always loved
two-stepping.
Love to go out two-stepping. That's a big thing here in Oklahoma. Is, the two-step. So and we were just friends for several years. She graduated college, moved back home to Plano, Texas. I got my first job actually coaching, teaching PE at a little small town down by Lawton, Oklahoma, Chattanooga, and we just kind of kept in touch. It was no pressure. I just knew there was something different about her. She was easy to talk to. There was no game plan. It was just genuine. She's real genuine, and she ended up. I ended up asking her out, and if we were ever in the same place, because at that time we were, miles apart. But
Right.
she ended up getting a job back here in Oklahoma, and I got a job really close to the metro area where her job was. So we started dating, and the rest is history.
And then I trapped him.
That's so cool. Our son plays football at Southern Nazarene.
So they play ECU.
And they play OC,
Yeah.
and he's
Yes.
engaged to a girl that played volleyball at OC.
Yeah,
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
That's-
so I have family in Piedmont.
Yes.
Yeah, so
that's right in our backyard. We're just 20 minutes away.
Yeah, that's so great.
Small world.
When
Wow.
your cousins were firemen.
Yeah,
they
so I
just
have
retired.
two. We're going to get to that in
Yeah.
a minute because we have some questions about what you do for a living, Matt. But I have two cousins that are firemen. They just retired from Oklahoma City.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
lot of connections there. The more I was looking at y'all's story, I was like, oh my gosh, there's
Yeah.
so many. We're tied together. So
Yeah, I
so
think we're
much.
20 years older than them, but we could be
Yeah.
the same people.
Yeah, that's right.
right.
And I'm not sure why we don't live in Oklahoma.
I don't
'cause
know.
everybody
We
knows
know
it.
it's up there.
I'm not sure why we do live here.
Maybe we can switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're both former college athletes, so that got me to thinking that there has to be some competitiveness in the house.
Mhm.
So, who's the most competitive,
Mm.
and how does this competitiveness show up in the house? Because we're competitive too. We do the
Mhm.
same thing.
Listen, the Hardy family motto is this. We have 3 boys. They're all grown. If you're winning, it's about winning. And if you're losing, it's about
There
ministry.
you go.
So I hope that you have some competitiveness in your family. You have to.
That's funny. My competitive heart died when we started dating because I realized that he's good at everything. Like he's just
Oh,
a freak athlete. He's super smart. He's just good at everything he does. So once I used to be the best putt putter that I knew, and he made me look awful. And then it was putt, bowling, basketball.
Everything.
It was.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if I want to keep any part of my ego alive, I've got to just stop competing with this guy.
Okay, so Megan, are you a big trash talker, Megan?
He's a bigger.
He's
I'm probably the bigger trash
He
talker.
takes
Oh, that's
that
funny.
too.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
but
the
she's-
biggest trash talker.
We've got a little. This tells you a little bit about our household, but we got a little mini basketball goal set up. It's really for our daughter, but I think we play more on it than she does. But yeah, we'll get a little mini game of basketball going from time to time. Megan's super aggressive, but yeah, we have a lot of fun, and
He guards our 2-year-old like she's a grown man.
she's got to learn, right? You gotta
yeah,
show
she's
her.
got to learn. She's
Yeah.
got to get tough and get
Yeah.
tough right now.
Make sure she loses a fair amount. Like, don't let her win every time.
Oh, He
No, no.
never lets her win.
That's funny. I'm definitely the biggest trash talker of the
Oh, yeah,
house.
you
But
are.
like Matt, he's good at everything. He's gonna win, but I like to talk a lot of trash. And with 3
Oh.
grown boys, I gotta talk a lot of trash.
Yeah,
And
I
they-
would if I could back it up more. I've
Yeah.
definitely got a mouth. I can run it for sure. But if I can't back it up, he
Yeah,
will completely
yeah.
embarrass me. Yeah.
I'm just not good at the trash talk. It
You're
just
not.
sounds so weird when I
You
do
suck
it.
at it.
Yeah, I
You're
really
not
do.
a good
You
trash talker.
suck. You're not.
I really do. See, she's already talking trash.
I'm probably better trash talking at the fire station than I am at home. I try not to trash talk Megan too
Yeah,
much.
because I'll.
I think that's the firehouse is a little different language, probably. Y'all speak your own language there.
Yeah, for sure.
He did yesterday. Don't get mad at me. He did become pickleball champ of Fire Station 5.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we did have a big
We
pickleball
love
tournament.
some pickleball.
Lots of trash talk.
Yeah. Have you played pickleball, Megan?
Just once with him, and he was like, "That was easy," and I was like sweating. I'm breathing hard. I'm like, that was not easy, but it was.
So you played singles?
Yeah, we had like a little day date. There's a place in the city called Chicken and Pickle. Do you guys have that?
That's what we have. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was at Mother's Day out, so we ran up there real quick, and he wore me out for an hour.
We like to be active when we can, and we don't get many times away from our daughter to go do stuff. So we got to make the most of it when we can. So
yeah, for sure. We play pickleball here at Chicken and Pickle, but honestly, nobody can ever touch him. But we'll play doubles. Like I could never play him just by myself ever. But you kind of learn to know who to ask to be your teammate. So if you know, like he's terrible at playing cards. And so whenever we're going to play cards with friends, I'm like, guys against girls. And then if we're going to play something like that, I'm like, couples against couples. I know how to pick the teammate.
That's funny.
He's so much better. So Megan, how did the dream of playing professional baseball become a reality for you?
So I had never played baseball before. The dream was actually to play professional softball, and that died after college. And I guess really there was a dream once we were in Bananaland and I was watching the world tour happen and seeing just all the joy that the guys had. I was like, I want that. And he and I like to play catch together. We like to, hit together, stuff like that. So we were just out on the field one day. I was throwing a bullpen. I was just throwing on the mound. And so he taught me the wind up and he taught me a change up. And I guess some of the guys, as they were coming in, because we got there early, they were coming in and heard the pop of the glove and they looked over and Burns and I hadn't even met yet. And he was joking with Matt. He's like, "Is that your wife?" He's like, "Yeah, it actually is."
Sound just like him.
Yeah. Sorry, Burns. Sorry, Burns. He was like, "Yeah, that actually is my wife." And so next thing I know, Jesse's over there and he's like, "Throw a curveball." And I'm like, "I don't have a curveball." But I could tell that they were interested. So really it was that moment that I was like, how cool would that be if I really got to play in a game, even if it was just for promotion, like how cool would that be? So it was really cool that really in the span of a month or two that my dream of playing with my husband actually became a reality.
The first female pitcher in Bananas history, and also the wife of the pitcher, Matt Wolf. Please welcome number 10, Megan Wolf. It's the first ever husband-wife battery in baseball history right here.
And now it'll be Zach Whalen. He absolutely barrels balls lefty in batting practice, and the count now even at 1-1 on the Party Animals extra hitter. And that one gets the black of the outside corner. Count 1-2. Called strike 3, outside corner. Zach caught looking, and Megan Wolf gives up a hit and a walk, but no runs. Still getting congratulations, and well deserved from the entire Banana squad.
So fun. So what position did you play in college?
I played center field and third base.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And
so get this right. I got something to add to that. This is kind of crazy. She mentioned softball. She played her last game in Columbus, Ohio, or not Ohio. What am I talking about? Columbus, where we played, in Georgia, and that's where she ended up pitching. That's where it fell. And we really had no idea it was going to happen. We weren't really sure. We knew they were kind of interested, and it really just sparked from us going up there and playing catch, kind of like we always did, and in the backyard. So it was really special.
That's
special moment, especially because she's kind of the reason why this all happened for me. So
tell us how that happened. How did you get on the team?
Well, I mean, I'm 34. I'm a fireman.
Yeah.
I was really insecure about even trying out.
Yeah.
We heard about it through a good buddy of mine, Tyler Gillum, which happens to be the head coach now. They just named him head coach of the Premier Banana team, but he was the head coach of the college team. I know it's kind of confusing, but we'd been making trips up there every summer to watch him play and coach the college team. And we heard word through him that there was going to be a professional team. And I was like, man, how cool is that?
Mhm.
I know I'm old and that just sounds so cool though. I wish I was 20 again trying this, but so I was a little insecure about it, especially, all the trash talk at the fire department. I was worried about what all those guys would say. Like, come on,
Yeah.
Matt, really?
Yeah.
And everybody else, not just the fire department, but yeah, Megan just kind of last minute was like, hey, you've got to go do this. I mean,
Yeah.
this is you to a T, and and she was the big encouragement. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gone and done it. So
Yeah.
so it was really cool that she got to play a part in it as well. That's what made it so special.
I know. What was that moment like when Megan, you're taking the mound with him? What was that like? Just those emotions going out there.
Oh, it was really surreal. Thinking about it now, it's overwhelming. Like I get emotional whenever I talk about it. But just if you've ever been to a Bananas game, it is absolute chaos. And it's like that for the players too. So sitting in the bullpen, like not knowing, like, am I going in? Am I not? Like I need to stay warm. Like someone passed me the icy hot because I haven't thrown in 10 years.
Yeah.
She just learned to wind up, just learned a few pitches,
But kind of, I got, and he can know what this is. I don't think they end up showing this in the documentary, but the inning before I went in is actually the inning that I was supposed to play. And that was the one where Cox made that double play through the legs to Malden, and I don't know.
She was supposed to come in. The plan was for her to come in and pitch the final out of my inning.
Okay.
So when I would get 2 out, she would come in and pitch for the 3rd out. I would go catch. So that didn't happen. I ended up walking one, getting an out, and then we roll a double play. So I was absolutely furious. I threw a shutout inning, which is what I want to do, but I was absolutely furious coming off the field. It might have been, so because I was like, man, that blew her chance, but luckily they let me go in again and do it all again. And she ended up getting in there. So,
and it was so exciting to as an athlete, collegiate athlete being back under the lights, in front of a big crowd. Obviously I'd never played in front of a crowd that big, but I was in my element, I was like pumped.
Yeah.
I was like, I get to play with my husband. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And then when they were chanting my name, Megan, just absolute fear, just frozen. I talked to Jacob Teston yesterday. I was like, I didn't throw you a single strike while they were chanting my name. I'm so sorry. And then I struck out Zach Whalen, and it was just like the coolest moment of my life. Like, it was so awesome.
Were you worried about a comeback?
What's that?
Were you worried about a comeback at you?
Come back here.
Didn't even cross my mind.
Didn't cross your mind.
He's like, they're not going to hit me.
When you're 50,
Yeah.
cross your mind.
Yeah, I was actually hoping, I was like, just let them hit it. Because
Yeah.
before it all happened, I was afraid I was going to hit somebody. And then in practice, Malachi Mitchell was like, just hit me. He's like, I don't care. Like, I've taken harder pitches. And so I never ended up hitting him. It just gave me that confidence. And so I was like, okay, just let him hit it. Just let him hit it.
Wow, I can't believe the comeback never crossed your mind. At 52, it'll cross your mind.
She was focused.
It'll cross your mind. Yeah. So we play co-ed still. We actually got married 30 years ago on a softball field. We got married at home plate in Arlington, Texas. And so we still play softball together on Monday nights. But I mean, my girls that we play co-ed. So my girls that played, any kind of fast pitch, I'm always like, I know that you're probably awesome, but when an adult man gets up to hit and you're playing third, please do not stand inside the baseline. they
Oh yeah.
will cram it down your throat. You've got
Yeah.
to step back. So I'm always aware of my young girls that think they can scoot in. I'm like,
She was there to get outs though. She
yeah.
wasn't
Oh
ready
no,
to-
she was all business.
Yeah, they're my
I
one job
appreciate.
and
Oh, I appreciate all of that. So you come from a line of firefighters. How did the firehouse take all this news of you playing banana ball, and are they like your biggest fans?
Well, like I said, I kind of kept it hush hush there for until I made the team.
Yeah.
But they were real supportive, especially the guys there at my station. My major is awesome. He supported me through the whole thing. I know they stay glued to the TV too. During my performances, so it was really awesome to see them get behind me.
So cool.
Fire department kind of like baseball is a big fraternity. So so yeah, still a little trash talking. But it was out of love.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a man's love language is trash talk.
Pretty much.
Like
Pretty
you know
much
you're really
is.
buddies when you can trash talk together.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, how long have you been a fireman for the city?
This will be 5 years.
Okay.
It'll be 6 in February. Yeah.
Be 6 in February. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I have
That's
my
awesome.
2 cousins, Dean Curtin and Mitch Davis, were both there for many years.
Long time, yeah.
They were there during the Oklahoma City bombing and all of that.
Yeah.
So they've been there. They just retired this past year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. There's so many of us. There's like 900 employed. So
crazy. Yeah.
if they're not on my shift and in
Yeah,
my
you
district,
wanna-
it's hard for me to know
Yeah.
all of them. But
For sure.
Okay, so if someone had never heard of banana ball before or banana land, how would you describe it to someone?
9 rules.
Yep. Well, there's 9 rules.
Chaotic.
I
chaotic.
don't know if I can remember.
Well-
No, I don't either, but
Well, like I said, I was a PE teacher before fireman, so
Yeah.
it's pretty close to a 3rd grade PE class, to be honest with you.
That's awesome.
A lot of hooping and hollering, a lot of smiles,
yeah.
a lot of fun. Obviously we're playing by different rules to try to speed everything up. And I guess I could put it's the adrenaline of a fire department a little bit,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
you never know what's going to happen, really. And how it's going to develop, and it's still getting started. There's stuff we're learning. It's all brand new, so there's no telling what's to come of it.
Yeah.
I will say it's a lot of fun, but it's still baseball. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you still got to throw it over the plate. There's still a lot of pressure there to perform. It's really tougher because you're trying to entertain people but play good baseball. So you're focusing on a lot of stuff
Yeah.
at once.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
as
what's
someone
cool
who's
about it, y'all are-
watching the show,
Yeah.
Do what?
I just say, but as someone who's watching the show, it's amazing. Not a care in the
Yeah.
world. Just so much going on. So much to look at.
Yeah. I can't
Dude.
imagine in person. It's probably quite stimulating because we probably don't see half of on TV of like what's actually even going on.
During the
You
half
guys
inning?
haven't
Yeah.
been to a game yet?
No, we haven't.
No,
been.
we want to.
So we
Oh
haven't.
my god!
Here's our dream. Next year, one of our kids is getting married, so it probably won't happen next year, but we're hoping in 2024. I know that sounds a long ways away. In 1 year, in 1 calendar year, we want to go to a Little League World Series game, Women's College World Series game, baseball World, NCAA baseball World Series game, Major League game, and a banana ball game. Like that is,
Oh,
we're
that's
gonna try to
awesome.
we're gonna try to get it in 1 calendar year.
That's a heck of a year right there.
I know it's possible. I mean, if you look at the calendar, everything's spaced out enough.
But
I think
Banana Land is you're going national next year, right? Next summer?
Yeah. That's
We're gonna
that's
catch
where
that.
they haven't put out the cities and are confirmed them yet. But yeah, there's supposed to be several new cities, and
Yeah.
I mean maybe we're close by you guys.
But
Hope so.
we're gonna find the closest one and get there
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, we definitely are going to make that happen.
So let's talk. I want to talk about some of the rules that I think there's a couple rules that I think the major league should maybe take. I love the pass ball. The pitchers probably don't love this, but when there's a pass ball and he can just take first, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's a good rule. I hate it personally because I'm a pitcher and I'm trying to throw between my legs and behind my back and stuff. So, but yeah, it's a good rule. It definitely makes you throw strikes.
Yeah.
Or at least want to a little more.
Yeah.
And on that same note, the walking, as soon as you walk and he takes off and everybody has to touch it, I love that idea too. Like
Yeah.
instead of the boredom of the guy
great.
walking down,
Makes
Yeah.
all
maybe the major leagues will listen here.
Yeah.
You know?
And I like no mound visits. I mean, that's a really simple rule, but it saves a lot of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and incorporating the fans with the foul ball, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
cool that's
That's
a cool
the best.
idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all are familiar, but they also added a new rule here recently. So we play match play kind of like golf. It doesn't matter how it's inning by inning, you get a point or no
Right.
points. So
Yeah.
no matter how many runs you score, but the last inning, all points count. So it's kind of like the walk. You still have a chance to get them out. You're always going to have a chance to win in banana ball, no matter no matter the inning.
All runs count.
What else?
All points count.
Yeah, all runs count. So if it's
Oh,
3-2, if it's let's say 4-2 and the last inning comes, if you score, 3 runs, you're going to win the game because all of them actually count in that inning.
Okay.
I love that. And
Yeah.
it makes every inning matter.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you
Yeah.
can watch a major league game and there's 6 innings where nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Yes.
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Right.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We said we described it to people. It's kind of like baseball meets the Harlem Globetrotters meets WWF.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
A little bit of all that kind of mixed together.
Well, and I mean, and one, I could touch on that, like and one. I don't know if you guys are familiar with and one. It was big when I was growing up. But, the street basketball.
Mhm.
It's kind of all that stuff mixed into one.
Yeah. That's true.
And the circus. I don't know if anyone mentioned the circus.
Yes.
There's Circus.
And-
One guy came to the plate with the flaming bat,
Yes.
and another
Yeah.
guy balances anything on his chin or his nose, right?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Yeah.
And then the stilt
Well-
guy, how does he get a hit on stilts? How does that even work?
So I
He
mean,
did it the other day. I don't know if
I
y'all saw
know.
that.
His strike.
they
zone
didn't
is
respect
crazy.
his power. The infielders were creeping in on it.
Yeah.
Listen, I
That's a
might.
heck of a strike zone.
Yeah. I might
Yeah.
be standing there on stilts and get a hit. It's the getting to first that would be a problem.
Yes.
If I got to
Yeah.
actually move myself, it's probably not going to happen.
He's a pro for sure. Shout out
Yeah.
still.
See, and that's what's cool about it is there's so much fun, but y'all are good baseball players too. Like y'all really have to play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what
Well, I mean, I appreciate that, but really, if we're not playing decent baseball, it's not good for
Right,
any.
then it
You know
just
what I mean? We got to do
becomes
both.
Yeah. Then it becomes our co-ed softball team on Monday nights.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to say that. So Matt, where did all these trick pitches come from? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
you always
do all
just done this?
I was a different cat growing up. I've kind of always been into doing silly stuff for just a laugh, and I always grew up juggling. Anything that was challenging, I was wanting to do.
Mhm.
So juggling, I took to juggling pretty quick, and just being goofy out there playing catch, trying to be creative. I've always kind of done some stuff like that, like throwing it behind my neck and
Mhm.
throwing it between my legs and stuff like that. I've just always kind of had that personality. I was an infielder. I never did really get to pitch. I pitched in high school, but I didn't pitch in college. So with my age, trying out for the Bananas at 34, I was like, how am I going to make this team? I was like, well, maybe I can incorporate some of these tricks that I've kind of done growing up and somehow put a pitching spin to it, put together a pitching routine. And because that's probably about all I got, an inning or two. I've been out of the game 10 years, so I'm definitely not in shape for that. I'm definitely not going to run down the line very fast. I could probably still, field some ground balls. I'm probably not going to hit it very well. So that was probably my best shot. And
Yeah.
I went to try out and it worked out for me. So
Pointing out possible defensive schemes. Wolf's gonna step back into the shotgun. Bill now behind the plate. Wolf to the rubber. And the pitch right down Broadway. Matt's got 18 different pitches. He wears that band on his arm like a playbook for quarterbacks. Oh, the tighty whities as the trousers drop to the ground. To the trickery, next level. That one bounced up the middle. Clipped to second in time. Ball in the hat. There goes the hat. Oh, close to a strike. Second pitch, and it's a strike.
That's so
So you have a whole list of pitches. There's so many that you have the armband like a quarterback, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah, I try to give them a unique name, a
Yeah.
fun name, or honor somebody. Like, some of those tricks that I learned was from an assistant coach in high school. His name was Danny Baldridge. So I named one after him. So I named one after Megan.
okay, what's the
we
Megan then? Describe what the Megan is.
Well, I call it the Meganator. We were down at OCU at the softball field, and we're just playing some catch. And I was trying to think of new, because it's hard, You got so many. It's like, well, what can I do now? It's different. So I learned kind of a fake throw and a spin. And we were at the softball field. I'm playing catch with Megan, so I just call it the Meganator. Meganator. And it's like my favorite pitch now. So
I'm going to tell the truth behind that story.
Oh, okay, good.
We were at the softball field playing catch, and he threw one crazy and overthrew it. So I go to the fence to get it. And I was actually trying to do one of his other moves, some kind of fake out thing.
Yeah.
And I end up doing a full 360 and then turn around again and throw it. And he was like, that was awesome. Do that again. And I said, you can call that the Meganator, because my dad used to call me that.
there you go. There's the truth.
There's the truth. You're
Behind the scenes, the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
So did you have to get used to throwing a baseball, Megan? Like, because I mean, I'm assuming you like, was that
Well,
weird
we've
for
been
you?
together. We've been together for about 8 years. So I learned 8 years ago what it felt
Yeah,
like to
that's
throw a
right.
baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't play softball in high school, but when we started playing co-ed, we played with just a women's size softball. But then later, then we had
There's
three
two
boys.
sizes now.
Three
Yeah.
boys. So then that's all baseball. And now co-ed, I don't know if you know this, they like swap out guy girl ball every other
Yeah.
bat. Yeah. So
Mhm.
that's also something different. But I'm always trying to, like, I usually play first, but our youngest son plays third. And I'm like, just remember what ball you're picking up. Like, you're going to chunk it over the head or chunk it in the dirt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got
I've thrown a baseball so often now that when I grab a softball, I'm like, this thing is huge.
It's huge. I
Like a
know.
basketball.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
great.
So Matt, why do you wear the baggy clown pants and suspenders?
Well, that kind of goes back to me trying out, being an old man, trying out for a young man's game here. I was like, I was trying to be creative, how am I going to stand out? And my dad was a rodeo clown for a short stint back when he was in college. And, I grew up around rodeo and his ropings and, on a ranch. So I thought that would be kind of cool. He had his old pair of rodeo baggies, is what they call him. And I was playing catch in them one day, and I was like, oh, this would be the way to go, and give me, maybe help me get noticed a little bit more. So kind of to honor him and to help me stand out a little bit is why I wore
Well,
those.
it
It
worked.
definitely does.
It
Well, it was
worked.
funny watching all the tryouts on the documentary, and everybody's they're trying to show they can play, but everybody's dressed to show their personality and
Mhm.
kind of stand out. So
Yeah.
so cool. Love it.
Well, you said she's the talker, but are you more of like a clown when you can get into a character, or are you like in your daily interaction with people? Are you the jokester? Are you like?
I'm pretty reserved usually at the
Yeah.
beginning, but once I get to know people and feel comfortable, that's usually when I get to come out of my shell a little
Yeah.
bit.
Or you're
and
on the pitch
sometimes-
mound in a uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Costume.
Yeah, sometimes to be honest with you, I hadn't quite been able to get to that point where I want to be on the mound yet, just because it's all so new. And like I said, I've never played in front of this many people. And,
Yeah.
like I said, it's still a mental game. It might be a different type of baseball, but it's still a mental game. And
Yeah.
once I can kind of clear my head maybe and get settled in, maybe I can get a little bit more crazy. So,
Well, that's part of a little bit of your charm, I think, Matt, is that you are kind of reserved, but then you've got this other side that people can see. So I think that's a good thing.
And I feel like with Bananaland, there's enough crazy going on around you.
All right.
oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. Sometimes it's hard for me to even focus because there's so much else going on
So
around.
much going on for sure.
Yeah. So what's the best part about Bananaland? If you had to tell somebody this is why I do it, both of you, why is it so cool?
The best part about Banana. Well, for me, it's just watching him. I mean, that's the sole purpose of me being there, is to just support him and be his helpmate and see how we can just glorify God and what we're doing and how we're acting, and however we can advance the kingdom.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people probably don't realize about us is, our faith is real important to us. And this whole journey for us has been a spiritual journey. And we could probably sit here and talk about it a lot, but there's some things that have happened that people probably just couldn't understand, but us, and we've had to grow in our faith through this whole thing. And it's been challenging, for both of us, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And we've grown together, and we've learned, and hopefully we can continue to do that. And for me, it's awesome that I kind of can I don't know, live out a dream that I kind of had, even though it's not quite the exact dream of being in the MLB. But more importantly, probably my favorite thing is just to see the youth with smiles on their face, and oh, that's awesome, and hopefully impact them in a positive way. It's so hard, sports in general. It's tough. We put so much pressure on ourselves to perform and do well, and there's so many things we can learn through sport. Discipline, work ethic, but sometimes I think we take it a little bit too far, and we forget why we're playing the game. And that's my hope, is what the Bananas do, is bring people back down a little bit to why we actually play the game. And it's just strictly out of the love of it, and that's, like I said, that's something I still have to try to get in the mindset when I'm out there. Matt, don't think so much about your performance here, just enjoy it. But that's a battle, and there's a lot of voices out there, talking to you and telling you this and telling you that. So I don't know if that answered your question. I rambled a little bit, but.
Well, I was just going to say, we interviewed this guy a little bit ago that he played 162 games of catch, and his goal was to play catch with people. He started with his daughter, and he wanted to end with his dad, and he wanted to play catch with people and just kind of to get to know them. So he played 162 games of catch, but then he kind of sent a message to his favorite team, the Yankees and the Mets. Both of them ended up responding.
We forgive him for being a Yankee fan,
right? But he ended up on the field playing catch with Aaron Judge. So they
in the final game.
in the final game. So they call him in. So it sparked our conversation of, if you could play catch with 5 people, who would that be? And we originally started out with like people that were unattainable. Like he said, Nolan Ryan. I said Cal Ripken Jr., people that we couldn't probably touch, And then I said, but what if you could play catch with 5 people that have impacted your life, and you could tell them while you're playing catch with them, here's how you've impacted my life. And just, a lot of times we think about how somebody has impacted your life, but we don't actually tell them that. So we came up with our list of 5, and we've actually been working on that. I've played catch with now 2 people. He's played with 1. You got another one this afternoon that he's going to play catch with. And then we're having him sign our ball when we're done with it. So I'll have all 5 autographs on one. My point of this is, don't be surprised if we come knocking on your firehouse because
we're not too far away
for a little game of catch. That's
a really, really cool idea. I'm like super sentimental, so that's like really, really cool.
It makes you think. It really does make you think. And I had to kind of categorize it by, it might not be someone that's like always continually impacting my life, but maybe something I do now that that somebody taught me to do or showed me. And I kind of boiled it down to like the fruits of the spirit, like what for the spirit does this person like poured into me that I see in them, so I could tell them, hey, I see your faithfulness in this way, here's how you've shown me faithfulness, and it helps me be a more faithful person. So
that's so awesome.
Kind of how I like categorize in my mind. I don't really know how you categorize it.
Well, it very similar. And also what I'm also excited about, we've talked about like expanding it, just having gloves with us. And if we meet somebody, just throw and kind of ask them questions about who they are and all. So I think a lot like Bananaland, it's helping baseball build community. And I think that's what y'all do with Bananaland, is you've got the whole crowd into it. It's a community experience instead of just watching guys play baseball.
Yeah.
You've got crowds making outs if they can. I mean, I just love the whole community aspect about it.
Yes. And what you guys don't get to see on TV, which I now know because we watched this past weekend, we watched it. And but when you're in Bananaland, there's like a whole show going on outside of, So like there's Princess Potassia is walking up and down, you know, she's singing, and there's the band is going around, and there's the nanas are signing autographs, and like the banana splits. Like my daughter became the biggest banana splits, which is like the little dance team.
Yeah.
Like those girls, like they went and they hold her hand and they take her around the stadium. They bought her ice cream, and like they didn't even know who her daddy was. They just saw a little girl that loved them, and they just wanted to pour into her. And like the whole, I mean, even the employees, the staff, like everyone is like that. It is the greatest place.
Builds community. That's so fantastic.
Yes.
So what does Rayleigh think about this whole experience?
Because she's 2, right?
It's just a part of her life.
Yeah.
She doesn't know anything different. She's like, why doesn't everybody have like bananas all around them all the time?
Yeah. Oh, it's so sad because every day we wake up when we're not in Savannah, and she wakes up and, you know, she asks for daddy if he's at work, right? She'll ask for toys, and she'll ask for Nana's game. She loves Bananaland. She loves watching her daddy.
Love it.
Yeah.
She loves running up and down those stairs and wearing Megan out, I think is what.
Oh yeah, she's become part of the show. Anyone who's
gosh.
in the stand watching.
You
her.
need to get her own little suspenders and outfit. So it's like
Oh my gosh.
baby bananas on her.
Yes. That would be really cute. I think she'd end up in her diaper though.
Maybe when she's like 5, she'll be like,
Yeah.
Well, we thank you guys so much for taking time on Labor Day to have a chat with us. And we hope that someday we get to play catch with y'all.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us.
So fun. You're just down the road. So, you know, we come every weekend right now for football season because our son plays up there. So we're in the city.
You come every weekend?
Southern Nails.
Just about.
Do you still live in Burleson?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh.
It's Burleson to Bethany is where Jake plays.
It's like 3.5 hours.
Well, you guys give us a shout next time you guys come up, and we'll try to get together. We'll take y'all out to eat.
So fun.
Yeah,
hey, when Rayleigh's playing college softball and she's 3 hours away, you know you'll be going. You'll be going to every game.
I'll probably just move there.
That might be the easiest thing.
That might be the easiest thing.
Well, y'all are awesome, man. We really enjoy y'all. We love Bananaland.
Love it.
We're gonna catch you wherever we can for sure.
That's right.
So.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much.
Good talking to you guys.
Did that interview just make you want to go bananas?
It really did. I got hungry too. I needed some potassium.
That was so great. I love that they shared their faith at the end. That's just such a wonderful testimony. I mean, God can use anything. Like
that's right. Anything we're doing, any job we have, wherever we're at, he can use it. So
that is your mission field. That's where you are. So I love that about them. I think they are the sweetest couple. I feel like we're going to be best friends one day. And hopefully we'll see them in Oklahoma City one time and we can play catch with them.
That's right. I'm going to see if I can catch one of these trick pitches from Matt.
Ooh, yeah, that would be so fun. You see if you can catch it. I'm going to see if I can hit it.
Oh, well, okay.
Step back.
Okay.
We already established I'm the trash dogger.
Well, we were talking about competitiveness. We see what's happening here. Okay.
We hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys get to see a game. I mean, don't miss it. It is so fun to watch.
For sure, check it out on ESPN Plus. And then next summer, they're going to be nationwide. So I'm sure at Hardy Party of 5.5, we're going to post that schedule to let everybody know.
Well, we're definitely going to post a picture when we're sitting at the game.
Oh, yeah. We'll be with Rayleigh just hanging out.
That's right. I'm going to find her.
Yeah.
I'm going to make her a little costume. It's so cute. Well, we hope you enjoyed this interview with Matt and Megan Wolf and the Wolf Pack. Hardy Party 5.5 over and out.
We'll see you next time.
Go Bananas.